Meeting the family is a nerve-wracking experience for most people, but for Meghan Markle, that meant meeting the Queen. Harry and Meghan revealed how the meeting of the family happened, curtsies and all, in their Netflix series released last year. The couple recalled how Meghan came to be introduced to the late Queen Elizabeth in an impromptu meeting. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex had plans to have lunch with Princess Eugenie at the Royal Lodge when the royals quickly taught Meghan how to curtsy. As reported by The Mirror, Harry recounted, "How do you explain that to people? How do you explain that you bow to your grandmother? And that you will need to curtsy? Especially to an American. That's weird." While Meghan added, "Now I'm starting to realize this is a big deal. I mean, Americans will understand this. We have medieval times, dinner and tournament. It was like that." She giggled as she reenacted the moment with an exaggerated curtsy and said, "Pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty," while the camera showed Harry. The light-hearted moment hinted at Harry's discomfort, according to body language expert Judy James. She told The Mirror, "Meghan is the more chatty and natural speaker during their interview, and here she sits talking confidently and readily in a slightly gossipy style, as though talking to a girlfriend she is keen to amuse. Her joke is self-effacing as she speaks about her courtesy when she first met the late Queen. Her smile becomes asymmetric, pulling up on one side to register a shared joke." Harry, however, is already watching her carefully, turning to gaze at the side of her face with his own facial expression looking less turned to fun than hers. Meghan does an extravagant mock curtsy that does, as she says, look medieval. It takes her 8 seconds to perform, making it a long joke, but there is no change in Harry's more serious facial expression until the end, when he lets out a small, mirthless laugh. Judy continued, "As Meghan mentions Your Majesty, the direct reference to the late Queen, it does seem a small step too far for Harry, who quickly drops his head down to perform a cut-off ritual that partially hides his face, suggesting some discomfort at this point." The story was shared in the second episode, which also featured Meghan describing her surprise at the royal family's formality even behind the scenes. She recalled an awkward culture clash with Prince William and Catherine, sharing, "When Will and Kate came over, and I met her for the first time, they came over for dinner. I remember I was in ripped jeans and I was barefoot. I was a hugger. I've always been a hugger. I didn't realize that is really jarring for a lot of Brits. I guess I started to understand very quickly that the formality on the outside carried through on the inside. There is a forward-facing way of being, and then you close the door and go, you can relax now, but that formality carries over on both sides. And that was surprising to me." The Bombshell series saw Harry and Meghan dish on their time in the royal family, but nearly a year on from the docuseries, one royal expert believes Meghan has placed the royal family in the rear-view mirror of her life after failing to embrace their rules. According to biographer Andrew Morton, Meghan has definitely moved on. The author behind the famous Princess Diana book, Her True Story, told Fox News, "Meghan is making her own life on the West Coast. The royal family is very much in the rear-view mirror of her life. She's moved on. From what I gather, Meghan is going to start a new, updated version of her lifestyle website, The Tig. So I think, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, got their own lives, and they've worked it out. And every day that passes, they're more established in California." Meanwhile, Mr. Morton claimed Meghan's failure to embrace royal life, especially her frosty relationship with the Princess of Wales, was the catalyst for her departure from the firm. He added, "I just feel that Meghan's never really embraced the rules and rituals of the royal family. She didn't understand that she had to curtsy to the Queen in private. It's no secret that there's not much love lost between Kate and Meghan is making her own life on the West Coast." Sign up to our Showbiz newsletter.